This is Buadu TV, truth and integrity.
Baby, I'm to see your proper pie, yes, sir. Elembele constituency ni muno. Allah. In one day, I am told over 1,000 people were killed.
Emma Munina Kwaba for Bravo TV, so your best say, Moi, I am first time, no, na mon subscribe, na ma subscribe, na ma like video, no, more commenting so who here, na mo your commented at Modia, my era say. Now, the attorney say, yet, yes, more air Captain Smart, a catch a cania cohedia if you were ever. Captain a fire, in fact, after say budget and buy no, wa fire. Now, before budget no, now a idea walk as a there for JB Dankwa, our MPP, founding member. Kwaya or far should be boo Ghana when buni ye na a good father buyer was say JB Dankwa so founding members who wa fire the sa say, Bra Kwame Nkrumah, AM put to Jumana, not JB Dankwa. Aside no and no be brave and a captain aka na was say NDC for na homa so no e sha say ntem monhwe yi yenkuti Captain Smart
about how from day one Kwame Nkrumah bedu Ghana. Don't forget say Kwame Nkrumah bedu Ghana 7 months no mo start say omunya na ujaf ofri krum hanko no mo honto 7 months 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 months and 1 year. Into Kwame Nkrumah time started 7 months. And no manager ya the MPDD Prime Minister, DD President, and the two no. Into Kwame ya dear pa.
Captain Smart, the
Kwame or ya dear pa. So
he is smart. He is unique. He
Godwin there, you need to try the
Smart
I won't There was one of his bodyguards, near friend Shaman. Ono so much chano, ono womu no, and Kwame do mo call Nkrofo. Say, this Adena yeno, na mami hu hia ne pa. Into the nyehwe, mumfi bi mechi na monkobo Elizabeth Homai.
Captain Smart.
Time na omu free and kana baby kuna yeso omu fi koye no. Na mesin fo bi ye adwuma. So the work on Nkrofo da. One park na ye koye show no. Say, oh,
baby bia no bia kese.
Fantastic. We frustrate now what try baby aya people's assembly na. What try now uko wenima baby omo market tantantan no wono. Aha. Uko wenima na omo ye edan bi ho dan ne be si na omo wi na mesin for ho omo ye adwuma.
Captain Smart.
Eti say wo ho a Godwin there owo efienim. Na afi shaman so wo ho. So wa na wa behwehwe abonten. Na we hu say o hwi ni ho. E wa na wa behwehwe abonten. Na hwi ni ho nti o sheda ye no ho nti so ye mesin ni. Ono won eye adwuma no oje information ni ade ahoho beba krum ho mahu obi anim bi a eni oye hoho ho de nipa de be no akwahwe no akoba amane eti da na wo to hye wo so enwumere no 4 p.m. pepepe. It was a Tuesday. Wo to hye mesin fo na eye sa adwuma no on the first person wo twitwa no ye twitwa no 19. The body no to try 19 times. Sa no mo dey share man. E no mo bowura baby a Godwin so wono. Ono so no mo to try na sa. E no mo kuru na mo tisi Nkrofo kurum. Baby o mo tisi ya proper pa yesa elembele constituency ni mu no. Allah. In one day, that's why I want to bring the man to find out from him. Okay. In one day, I am told over 1,000 people were killed. That one, I don't have any evidence to it. That's why I want to bring the man to find out from him. One day, 1,000 people were butchered. They were not shot. They are the second Brantine.
He is smart. He is unique.
And the man's my phone in IG. If it's my Ivory Coast. Papa we na menim baby ono wo a e ka ono nko a oya igbeni o kanzema because there's one thing about Kwame and opaya na menene kasa JB was in the car na ne ma mienu nso ka ho bae just to have an arrangement with them. Now
He is smart.
sir, who Kwame ho na wo ye ne gada. Sure. Esa wo chia no Nzema kasem. Sure. Nti o chia the bodyguards in Nzema because that time Nzema was not a popular language. So a lot of people know mo Nzema. So he used Kasa as a means of security. Said ebeya obie na no na o kan Nzema a kire wa. Wonim say asem we na o kan ti yenwane, asem we na o kan. So take over. Asem we na o kan ti ye say. So enema bi o hwa e pese you find it out. Then the next one I would like to find out from him, no so yeah, Professor Mahoney, Anna no yeah, U.S. Ambassador to Ghana. JB Dankwa, Ekon Hose, Nisika Biakem, Yemfa no. Papa no, Emrebi Okosra Kwame Nkrumah. Na, war Flagstaff House, hono, a tour to
He
toy.
is smart. He is unique.
A tour to toy. I am told said this man saved the life of the U.S. ambassador to Ghana. How he did it, I don't have evidence. I've heard.
King of morning shows.
So, and also you bebu saroma nachrim.
He is smart.
And how of far Kwame Nkrumah Mirika a share Fati ansem did it Johnny ye a comma soldier ni penny be say keep them here for some time before Baba Bekacho say release them to this place or that place. Now, Edanya Agbesi Wyoming Etim sese ya ewo car price. Esa ho car price. Wo free one baby a aha. Ewo car price wo baby otim sese ya no. Bomb to wo fie ho.
The king of morning shows.
If you want to bomb to ya boom.
He is smart.
It is believed say about 2 people were killed that day. Whether that is correct or not, I am told this same Bruku was detailed to go and save the situation. Say in the near it is believed say the gunpowder the goon any because some body to a more.
He is smart. He is unique.
Body to a more. We trying to say kind in that. Eti ade man na nini fly no say yampa say nyampa oba me bisa say yampa say ye bie wani howe na ye de gunpowder egu so say wani mfra. So these are the ordeals some people went through. Ghana for a weekend maybe you don't know. I am say Ghana for Ghanaians are peaceful. Ghana for we are not peaceful. It's not true. What I say Ghanaians are peaceful. Obanya be matimi fa na yiri twitwa no pieces. Enu good of using a flash. E go good septic tank. You are sitting here telling us say we are peaceful. Ghanaians are never peaceful. They are slow in anger. Ghana for bufuo no a check. Na from but I am telling you nobody can control anybody in this country. Say Ghana for you peaceful. And I'm catching Rollins said, let the blood flow. Emoji so we are never ever peaceful. They are slow. And say who say any abrea na yetimi de akọ. Anope ye benya hoho kese pa. Ye benya Supreme Court judge bi ofia anope.
He is smart. He is unique. He is the best. Captain Smart is the king.
Benya Supreme Court judge bi why senior state attorney in Nigeria. That time na letter for home state attorneys no mamo. Emrana say sisin tias ne ade kakakra anti oko Nigeria ekoye senior state attorney. Owie law school 1974 no we say. It's a fab also no check. Honestly 8 I'm done. It's a dem better tin send me any amount. Na yet me aye near man tempted menko no ni I say a call maybe sir openi blokubium so oba Kwame Nkrumah girlfriend no where do krum no den the ku no na means mama the den the ku ma me no eno me pese me kan because me picture saade na me bu fu UP for more including me amesi J
He is smart.
But picture saade na me bu fu
Captain Smart is
how they killed that woman Mafia. So me kan o TV so obedwa oba oti ne baby na odware no nkoto share ne so no odware and they brought her in the open naked and what they did to that woman enyefe I am told again sir the same man called Bruku was sent to go and rescue the situation. Unfortunately okodu ye na ma me wu may have told you Mindia Igbe before one ago. Say me wu koba wi asemu bi man pese me ya Igbe no wuska pa.
To go after that.
I would love to be anywhere. Because Kwame ono an kasa nipa ofa no twa ne ho hia ye. Wan fa ni krom for position. In his administration, the 7 years no, wan man ni krom ni bia position. Fantifo kakra kodomo tuonom hwano when you google Kwame Nkrumah's ministers abenya no ye beduru ho ti pese me twetwa waso ho and a few others eboboba 5 others and oje simfo di kakra na ba omia papa kodi ne ho konkonsa Cotton to pasa could disclose you all the security arrangements as a regional minister who was the head of the regional security coordinating council that time. So the idea was that let's say if there's anywhere to run to, Kwame Nkrumah will run to Yana. Now, what did they see? But on your information from the same Bruku, I don't know. Sir, information no at what? So when you try, so do any better stream one share the FA about your time. And indeed Kulungugu happened. And more Kulungugu pictures, you know. I have some of the pictures. In that picture, na Bruku appointed and say Kwame Nkrumah, I told you. So I need another day's story. It's in Niama Owa. My cat was a history books now, ya trauma and one. And yeah, I mean, Obia were not dreaming. And then I promise you, some Mecca Gumuasem. But Minyanshia Gumua Mahine. It's Pesam de Toho. Kosabi. Asen Mahine nye Ohinefia Debi. And then I come Kuntra. So me pese me hia no. Na me ne trans nana. Wadama weni we bia sa wona nana bia ka bia to wa kire wo. Wonya information bia to ho a. Na dawroma. Because ebana nkonwasem a enya bibia na ye kana bonten. Nti pese me de information ni kire asen mahene. Na wa kire me say we betimi aka na bonten. We wuntimi nka na bonten. Na fe if you do that kono ti me bon ya me mpa se fie na kwasi ada de me me mani hia asen mahene ene nananom atena nkonwa e wogumu asen then information na wo ho no media baba de metimi aka kire on say at a point na yere so e wa asen ada me story ne di na e kan eja ahor e din ben ya ahor ye den obi ka sa ahor see, so I'll come over to tell you how that name came about. Now, in a phrase, and a better papa so. It's an only in a central regional, Ukogumwa, rainy season. Mienubi or your friend, a suso cassia. nsuo a ɛsoso kɛseɛ nsuo a ɛsoso ketewa eti den na de ɛsoso ketaba na ɛsoso kɛse bɛyi ɛwɔ gumua we look at that and we'll link it to the overthrow of society for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. China for na ɛkɔ gumua mpuruma mu na ɔmo kɔyɛ den. And there were some Russians and no more. They were also trying to manage the security of Nkrumah because they realized that Nkrumah was actually saving Africa. So don't forget that we had Russians here. And we have people from China. It's a Kwame Nkrumah every movie from Ghana, Akwa Hanover. No, Hanoi. Hanoi, no. Now, Russia and China knew that. So, Mbetun Wanachi. Mistake ni na Russia feel say Kwame here ni na and say Kwame can say or non-aligned. Oh no, Professor Mills do fiasem. Mensumindi ni fiasem. It's Kwame Nkrumah decided that I will not align with America, neither would I align with anybody. But Russia also thought that okay, we have had discussions with you. We've brought in Czech Republic engineers to come build the shoe factory, the jute factory, and other factories for you. We are helping you so that you will not take money from the IMF.
He is smart.
We are helping you so you don't take money from World Bank. But how come all of a sudden, K, you are saying that you will not align with anybody? Then, tight-lipped. We will not tell you what we know. And this is why China and Russia kept quiet for Nkrumah's overthrow. Now, Kwame Nkrumah Kodru Hanoi, no, it was the ambassador Russia ambassador to China. And when you read his book, The Dark Days in Ghana, you get these details there. Kwame Nkrumah chiro book bi. Any Panama na or publishing book no amanu Nkrumah no. Na owo Kotobabi na wehe Kotobabi was wherever maybe I think Kotobabi wherever. Na printer no ewo Kotobabi. Once I tell na o print ade a eche. He had printed only 200 copies. That man was killed. And some of the books were taken away. Title of the book is March Forward. I have a copy. March Forward. It is the only book was signed for Kwame Nkrumah Troya. Okoti Bible. Edikai. He quoted Sons of God. And Obetro as here small letters. March Forward. So the March Forward is the title of that book. In that book, Runa Oma details. Because Guinea, I'm not sure. Now, Oma Yedebano, I'm yet to know how. I know Timima Yede. Transcript in the back Ghana said Ghana in imprinted. Even though he was the co-president of Guinea. Don't forget, say, Kwame Nkrumah is the only African president. Odi president of Ghana. Oko Guinea, you declare the vice president. I dare say assistant opposition, we are co-presidents. So, Odi president, Edi vice president, Edi co-president. When you read that book, March Forward, you would understand. Anything a Guinea president can say, because or ye Guinea for your Japade, and then a Kwame Nkrumah be Guinea for your Japade, or say Ghana for Momon Pade, Papa. Na young Guineans there, yen say, Professor or liberate Africa. Number 2, and your man Kwame Nkrumah ye ewo Ghana no mompe mani so anka wa wo man ketenkete sekunum samianom ene oba wa free Egypt aba otini kunu ho. You guys decided to just disintegrate the family just like that. Yeah. We just hear the name of fear. Oh, to Kwanyaba. Only for him to be told by the Russians and the Chinese. Now, when we was our meeting, that say, oh, see, from plane more you find a coin, we have a bad news for you. This way, his words are or show book march forward or say we have a bad news for you. Eti Oyedi in the book he said, I said, what is it? Bow down my head and these were the words I wrote book him. He said because na onim. Because they na obe free hano. Na mahoni atro the letter. I've told you already. Say Kwame Nkrumah na down for pa US ambassador na no hano. Mahoni. It's CIA phone him say king. Say you bought Mahoni amania. One shot Kwame Betty. Now, Adam for back so ono so ne ye frɛ no. Right. Adam me body din kyerɛ wo. E wo fia ha. Ono so say otepepepa definitely either say Kwame Betty and Mahoni Betty because Mahoni na Adam for pa that man. It is say you bought Mahoni amania. Mahoni will confide in Right. Right will also definitely talk to Kwame. Yet TV sway. There's an information between many JB ABF nim. There's information between many FA JB nim. There's information between maybe anti nim Semiama, maybe you'll be for nim. What I say. But people can read and let you know said no. So who did Captain Smart won't consider what to FA tago or what? ABF Betty. Ebi obekwa koka ebi afia nka nche Captain Smart wo ka Captain ho asem na se JB wo ho a JB betie ebi obekwa koka but onko koka but the probability say won wa e kasa ansam no bedwene say afia bebo mamane ne JB bebo mamane no 98.8%. Enti say wo kama asem na wo say afia ba obeye du say ne yere na eba no tisa ke afia say o mo frɛ JB kuma say Captain Smart. So they realize that say US friend one ambassadors in US New York to be precise your friend be Baltimore when I want to know we share one ambassadors and Africa no we meeting a drew meeting in a pepe but a drew timer CIA and discussing issues with ambassadors from Africa. They will tell you so Ghana everything is fine. So Professor Mahoney, you can go back to Ghana. So Mahoney was kept behind the doors. So he had no clue how JB Dankwa became an asset and an agent of the CIA. Until sir Kwame Nkrumah di JB Dankwa kotum. Oyi JB Dankwa ba I think somewhere 1962. Yeah. I think the 22nd February. No, 22nd June. Either 2nd June or 22nd June 1962. JB Dankwa ba. He walked straight to the US embassy. To catch ambassador say we for arena. Scanner. Mo de ma me no me pay no why. Me kwade am no kura mu tre scanner ma busa for. Let me sit here and say it. JB Dankwa, no money can be a queen. Now make a phone and you chop money. Me, I didn't know any command prison. I am daring any of his family members to come and challenge me here. Me have that letters in Buso. Obiamra, Uja Bema Bra. When you were, ni papa no ye yam phone, JB Dankwa papa botany. Or worry too. Danado Dankwa related JB Dankwa bebia anya na hwe
1 minute silence.
Akufado pomra JB Dankwa nya ne hwe
Freedom.
Na offer sibia hwi ene Akufado. They don't relate anywhere. Boja bia ni wo montem. Danado wote ase onwui. Opa Fred ka chense me nam kan. No me prove Gabi wache da akona truck JB Dankwa asem ne ho na bisa Dankwa Institute fund say JB Dankwa he no relate na nado.
Someone
JB Dankwa is second wife ba. Anambwa. Ya fa no nto nchan ya no tram bad. Enti na sika okwada prison no mo ba na hwe no mo nya duane ma ne di. Bibu sam panifo a na ekosa JB Dankwa say da no refuse gari kaso ndi gari. ɛne no kan eti pɛ sɛ wosua obi a ɔho ide sɛ obɛsua ne yie anaasɛ ɔbɛsɛe nipa no eti nneɛma bi wɔ hɔ a Nana Addo ka ɛyɛ history ɛda hɔ dada ɛna all repeat eti Nana Addo ka sɛ ɔno ndi yɔkɔ gare da mmoa
Maya na manye.
Ɔka sɛ ɔno ndi yɔkɔ gare da me hɔ ɔtenima
1 minute silence.
me hɔ ɔtenima ɔsɔ ndi yɔkɔ gare da because Jemmy Dankwa refuse gare
1 minute silence.
nsɛm wɔ hɔ nneɛma wɔ hɔ eti Jemmy Dankwa walk straight to my honey hey kawo makwaba o me ho kyere sika ni hɔ ɛna ɔsɛ sika bɛn a ɛno maka kyerɛ ɔmakyerɛ book ɛwom kɔda kɔkan JFK Ordeal in Africa. Go and read that book. Some person who make Kenya go straight to chapter 6 and start reading. When you have information right now, what say US embassy yeah no ni hwie eti Gabriel Chedako in 2011 or 2013 or Trump bibi say a US embassy na etua JB Dankwa aka na mom enye CIA adete na Gabi a police story in down
1 minute.
Gabi granted said the US embassy and na etua JB Dankwa aka JB Dankwa no your staff US embassy.
Our enemies are many and they stand ready to pounce upon.
Gabi Chedako granted said the US embassy and na etua JB Dankwa aka JB Dankwa no oye US embassy staff ada no oye adwuma ho aboso so etua nka now US CIA for no one more two categories of whoever is giving them an information. Let me take you there. It's either you are an asset or you are an agent. Either say we are asset agent there I don't know if you na eba eti bia you CIA agent bi ya so omo ye beto aba CIA agent for 52 na back room. I met some of them. Michelle been to a restaurant. They were here in this country. Some people before here when me do nyame ko mekum omu nyina. Sangwa sasem na no mo tikuro. I'm sorry. They say a boy super. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Sanya na no mo tikuro ha ye na no madwen om say nkrofo so say US support Nana Addo. US no support him Nana Addo.
1 minute silence.
Akomoya fiu. Combat pocket. I don't ha because say edu baby no na akufado yam hihye no. Eti okọ baby a US for mpanifo pepepa no wa start slamming your friend saying Putin and Russia. Because when we say America tries to obey Ukraine. Na wetimi and Russia could talk no wadi Russia so. Eti debi omoka Russia's war on Ukraine. Russia ne ko a ode akote tare Ukraine na sabe de ko abete tare nso to bomba afa ye ko na say meme na me de ko abrɛ eti akova do so ya na okasakasa said e be ya eti edu ba bi no okɔ ye say Russia for na ahye da asesa nkrofo bi abegu the various borders in Africa through west of Africa edi ba bia French speaking African countries because France to or France in the US in term. That's what can be now or call his sky the amano. And the Russia say, oh, sir, okay, a very simple calculation. When you bro Ukraine at all, it's all said, do baby, Russia Ukraine war ni munu. Ukraine be catch and say, baby, I'm dear bro ni be far bado. Any atokono, yet Ghana had 12 bro for Ukraine. Baby omo de aburo no be fi aba. Baby a omo de awio soya bean ni twi ye dey. Minim soya beans twi. Enya awio ye de he. Ena ye de kokoro. Atoko na awio no. Whichever way millet, me can millet. Ebro, millet, and soya bean be fa de abremo no. Russia fo age aboso. Sa na Russia kan so wa kufa do. Tsanka na ona keka de open. Baby a ship no be fa aba no. Ho ye kwan. And no Navy officers go who want to ship into me. But Russia ship if free have a second Ukraine there near Bieno. And when I be so be so chen obi. That was the time Russia was expecting say Germany would say something. That some African leaders are talking, excuse my French, some rubbish. And the Germany sit when I supporting Russia say okay, me no matter say. Germany who there? Between Germany and Russia, one won't kita hudie bi. Men kan wa han ne. Etu de ye nya ohwe. Ye no ni asem ya. But so baba be to gas na Germany use na free Russia. So baba be to gas free ye ho akode a no problem. Ye mpe euro. Ye mpe dollar. Ye mpe Russia ska kwasa do bibla.
1 minute.
Na Germany ko fa Russia ska we.
1 minute.
Russia na mu no, Russia is at war. A country at war. Who the finance minister who announced the Bank of Russia so kwa kwaje ni kuro sika. And Germany for who said no. Ya gro who says ya trouble be kan. So cut gas ni to Germany. Na say ya entokwa ni bi so astate e wo Burkina any Mali ni nkan afo na. Na say Burkina no kase wo ma wo kwan mo ma fa uranium no nko fa ko generate electricity a wo mo be che wo mo. Eti France bon say or twene to dwane France or the san kakra na okọ o ka bibi kakra Putin no wajai on ka say bi ma be 3-4 months oboa no twene to dwane because onim say e ka Germany a ebe no owie Germany na so beba African nations no na onya gas no ntobi onya uranium no mfa nko generate electricity a wuja fo ho ba che no.
Hey, are you seriously?
That is why for the very first time in the history of the French African speaking countries, you know. Okay, say, when music na ho obe release bi. Didn't na Macron say obe release. Me fi baby am one no. Me do beba JB dan kwa ho. Me kan sam na akire. Me do beba ho. Me rem fi ye JB dan kwa sika na okwaje o ma ho ni ho. I've forgotten. Relax. Enunti enama Macron can obe release. So there's this professor, our Marcel. Our cancer the very day Macron bebie Africans elino France bebre. But now Macron so as the president information on what is our professor no oni. Cause ogro ho a lenko obi aka na tochoma France be me. And this is how the whole thing worked. Say Ivory Coast, Burkina, Mali, Guinea, all the African countries no mo ka French kasa no. Say wo mo gigi to wo mu krom ha. Te say dey gigi levy apadisi adi. Betting tax ye wo madi no. Say ye gigi taxes na to no wo krom ha. Ese say wo di sikari na afri krom ho. Edi kogu bank e wo France.
Bibini au.
Eti Burkina, Mali, Guinea, Ivory Coast. Wo mu nuanom no fori na say wo gigi wo krom to a. Na wo di sikana kwa kogu France. Wo di kogu France. Na so person wo ye wo krom kwan. Na wo hia sikani bia France say on fam mawo S million.
Oh, I don't know.
10,000 and ka 6,000. Na me fia ka chem say kwadwo me say obapa. Wo sika 100 million na wo be ho no. Sa me de be ma wa. Me de be bo obesia.
Hey.
Na ma say si hu de amount.
Are you seriously?
And let me sit here and say it. Sa process we no, sa procedure we ye ntwa mo. It is still working. Today, another say March 2025, ya me no ka say. And here 13th, African French speaking countries and African or whatever that useless brofo. Mali, Burkina, one more time consciemu entemo. And this was witnessed by the United Nations. European Union came to affirm it. It is a say, when him say Burkina Faso and what France on China, it came trillions of euros.
Money.
But they can't have access to that money. And until the man, Kwame Nkrumah catch up and say, hey, and kwasia law no man kwasai no. Oh, excuse my French. And man and law and adena modem on sa kwasha agreement no. Nyansa bi anim. And it's I will start Ghana, Guinea, Mali to prove to Abrafone say that African is capable of managing his own affairs, and the independence of Ghana will be meaningless until it is linked to the total liberation of the African continent. So Kwame Nkrumah decided that I will start with Ghana, Guinea, and Mali. Said I said Guinea to be dinner home, no Mali dinner home. All the other African countries, ever back on board. One French now will come on board. Now you chat France because the African Kwame Nkrumah said the Ghanaian, or said the African is capable of managing his own affairs. So this is what happened. Time of Kwame Nkrumah, Abraham, Mefia, JB, Kwame Nkrumah disika, etu mrika, eko se, one capital. They needed money. Said about now they have a school, you home refugee school, they're French. They needed money. One France, Sikadibia, France is here, the best ball Bessia. I say, how? We brought money just about 3 weeks ago. One person the no problem. You're a grant my so Nkrumah at the Mrika Ekoi, no this Sikakoi. When you marry France for ye, woman the concrete, woman a producing so French for the producing so Guinea. And woman the concrete. Baby, you're pumping so the same Ghana water. Baby, you're pumping so wage and Ghana for money. So when you sit somewhere, now my you before that down say, Kwame Nkrumah person di Africa so Kwame Nkrumah person yeah lifetime because and no me tell because if you na bless the documents me the chef said that. Na je bi ho. Say you said that Kwame Nkrumah now on pay one party state. Now me say yes. Can document the constitution in 1964 Kwame Nkrumah Troy. What was he talking about? You people do not have the backroom story and the notes. So people get up and say anything about Kwame Nkrumah. And sometimes when I hear those things, I feel like throwing out. You don't know. Everyone in a trauma on our kind. Professor Finn, our leader Yami Yashik Kwame Nkrumah books, our investor of Ghana, Legon, on a trauma on our kind. And then Professor Aaron Maikokwe, former Speaker of Parliament, on a short history books, Mama Kanye. These guys are UP guys. Now let me tell you this before I come back to Kwame Nkrumah in Guinea. Okay? Professor Aaron Maikokwe.
Oh, I don't know.
The first book, I've forgotten the title. I'm a catch now.
Hey.
Or try no. Oh, praise Kwame Nkrumah fine. One day.
Seriously?
And oh sorry, I'll say book now watch road that or yeah revision. I want to review my book. Mahama Kasobe review free senior high school. More na mo say dey. When we say MPP for understanding of review, they say what I say no. If you don't know, I'm telling you. MPP for brofo review. Review. Wamonti say because Professor Aaron Maikokwe why yes Speaker of Parliament MPP na dey court na hono why be that. He said he wanted to revise his book.
Hey.
Or revising the book na mafia. Or say someone try for Kwame Nkrumah na. Aya papa.
Are you serious?
And time so papa ibu. And you know what happened? Then na Professor Mike Aaron Okwe obepe MPP flag bearer ready no. Me. And I'm a kind in the profile.
When
I will jab them. I will Kumasi. My dad said John Frame. Yamisa said John Clancy.
when
Asikojo. One bar. I said, Monsieur, I'm sad. I see you be any more do. Centronia any more do. Who would we MPP? Who sounds here Centronia more do. Bra. Because that time now, other morning show presenters are going on my line. Mena Crawford, Sabianado, Sabialano. Now, many former MPP, Ashanti Region, youth organizer, Kennedy can come. Aha, na many Kennedy can come so. Na ye were form also. Na me sanso ye adwuma ma sikalele. Your friend say
kasa ye tie
Hakman Owusu Ajiman. Eti me ye adwuma ma Hakman Owusu Ajiman. Me akro ye adwuma wura osafmafo. Na me ye adwuma ma me ye adwuma ma Alan. Ho ase be kuta akufa du so. Na me ho so no ho. Eti they didn't know. Politics na ye kan okrom ha no. Me nya wadwen say na me be politics okrom ha wo.
The enemy is imperialism.
Bisa MPP for na do tiase. Papa J otiase. Obi anwui. 1992 no medi mfie sei. No medi sei. Suyene abonche so no medi sei. 1996 Suyene abonche so no medi mfie sei. I feel that my mama 65 years. Into where I never design. Nami 1996. Me did say. Everything I me, I saw my cafe MPP. Who know? When you present it now, if you are not quite on radio, no TV, so kabi. Remember me boo. Because you don't know what you are talking about. You see, me na me ko kan around my kokwe. Ye wi ya no otiase around okwe owui. Per time okon India kwa high commissioner. Oh, di nikadika ba yeso de be campaign no. Bisa won sa asante region nikadika ne kogu hin na hwa na che. Around my kokwe no di nikadika. Yes, Rollins at the bent one that the same any kuraba and a politics. And before the woman cast one reviewer, Chessy Chem. Eti, woman catch say they will review Kwame Rollins the first year politics. So Majai, Omwa, Era Makoko in Nikanika. Kwame, and another year campaign. Meanwhile, Yamusano. That was an agreement in the name of the government of Ghana. See, I'm from various mafia, you're from villages, no, you're from the Kanika, call Arama Coquet, the campaign of Kuma say, on a crowd by no, I can't say, our India. I am a man, cancer. And Nkrumah joining UGCC. Musubai, and so on, train home. Maybe meaning, you know, na UP ni ho, UGCC ni ho, MPP. UGCC the UP for us for the network. I'm gone. Just to know Musumai. Nikadika says I call Ghana and Krasi, the yame bro, the cap Banku Mayedino. And now I run my cocoa, the campaign of Nkrumah. Otiasio Wui, or Metana. No can say and say, company way in a chamber. Everybody I say, India buying a Nikanika chair, no. India buying or chair individual Nikanika. Fast forward. You can't speech in the way, you know. I went straight to him, Sir John Woho. A lie or a swami methods I saw them how much even Sabusudo. Kwabra century, I don't know. Maybe some cancer, my body you. Now, Kwabra century time now, your mammy sister had no friend, if you friend Maggie. Allah will lie. No. She was also there. That time now, Mammy Bia, MPB, that time in person body ding. What did you for sick as or the one back brutally? Madam, 2 car buyer, MP not on air conditions. And what did you go for my many a friend or buyer? No, so honey and mouth. Let me be some Professor Manco say. We book now what show you can any second book no. And see the things you said about Nkrumah before and what you have written now, it doesn't tally. I mean, what is it? Oh, Captain, or not from me, oh, Captain. I run my cocoa and share me, baby. I'm from a captain. The be your bishop, oh, Captain. No way, he left and they are bombing. Oh, Okotako, no, they are bombing. Oh, Captain. Wait, what's it? Titan day. Politics in Ghana, 19 something to 19, then 1982 to 19, say 1992. That's it, I'm sure. I run my cocoa book. Say, me starting Faber was we. Now, my papa didn't me explaining you, mommy. The bottom line is that Kwame Nkrumah ni paboni. And that day when he was talking, I was listening to him carefully. Okasasa. Me na mafama dream wo metiko dada because I knew what I was doing. And this is how they behave. And Kwame Nkrumah here na dream say. The way France a treaty African countries or moka French kasa no. Or Guinea akwaboamu. If you only there France for ye, one more the concrete a pompe for Guinea for pipelines in them, Guinea Soma. Yes, I may say. And in Africa have him. There are documents to show. It's one more pompe concrete, cement, effort pipelines in them. It's Guinea and Soma. When you now flash here and call, which is so now flash here and call. A better than a Guinea for whom it's me at all. SSA. Say, lay new pipelines. So now you understand why you're Guinea. Eji Kwame Nkrumah, the co-president. France for Pompey concrete. And I'm the cement to grad cement. In so kind of heading. It's not Guinea for Yenso Dum. Go and read Sons of God, March Forward, written by Kwame Nkrumah. You don't have that book. I have a copy. Eti Kwame Nkrumah, yes, I will not catch up and say, look, hey, everything is fine. We, the people of Africa, will be able to do things for ourselves. So Guinea will start laying new pipelines. That is why Kwame Nkrumah can say, on the desert of Guinea and every part of Africa, where there is no water, a pipeline can teach the French a better lesson. I feel what the answer Kwame Nkrumah used the word pipeline. That statement no make it, you know. And Kwame Nkrumah, he no a Ghana president or some supervisor here. I'm Guinea lay fresh pipelines. What you come I must say, hey, I am more boy. There's a Kwame Nkrumah will be there. I must say, Bo Munti be that. You be first one to be that. And a Kwame Nkrumah will lay fresh pipelines. Say by a Guinea, Benyan Suo Anum. Because the African is capable of managing his own affairs. Ada be share do moya no. I am in Monkomo. Nana was a military officer. Was trained by France. When some guerrilla traders. One France na share that be fa omko. Nti be fa kwa na ya training. Na ya share that the assembly show to say president na mpe France asem. And ye pe wo asem na ye de waba. They'll find a way to brainwash you to believe that as a omine ye France there, but wo na wo ye France ni. Nti brane ye ntetew. Said the beya obetu akobo wo mine ne France ho ban. Later, years back, these guys realized that no, France for the deal body. Wait, and then Nyamiadum, Guinea, Domboya na Teho, Tuare na Burkina, China, on the China way, Mali and Azade, and all the others, and they're from Sahel. And I'm a Haman Yansani, or they, your friend is saying, when Bevlolati, Akoho, Kewo. Well, who say nyansa no? And then ne. Mahama nyansani ekwo boa won. Because this was what Nkrumah started. Pipelines are working on Munu so na mafia to say the Ghana water there way. Kwame Nkrumah na kawo ni le. Nkrumah fa Czech Republic engineers na buy no do mo ka ho koi. Enu ti na say wo e wo Kumase Penifo, Nana Badla wu emia. And in Penifo be na wo Kumase a. Now we name the history of shoe factory, jute factory. Time I know mo ye jute the shoe factory. Edu baby no mo je aduma bosumi mienu because Nkrumah said that go back. Mama yanko boa Guinea, na Guinea for honto. Because a Guinea, woman yensu anom, sabi wo mo ja mo na no mo yensu am flash. Ne ade na say yaro ya tisi Guinea a ebeben.
Africa is for Africa.
And boa won. And no mobile. When you to Kwame Nkrumah, then back to JB Dankwasa, no gas and Ravi. Or Kwano America for and to US ambassador and say, hey, Kewo, me this one I don't know. Minimum he said I'm a Chrome half for Tuaka. And to Mafia, or say, train them and find it out answer. Mahoney, Pa, Secretary House, a day young, and other America, or compare for me. Now I reporting I'm a JB Dankwa. Mahoney Freya, as someone catch it and say, Anne Ayampa. Na Yituaneka. Because JB Dankwa, CIA assets. Oh, Ghana. And then the JB Dankwa assets, MSCI, also number one. On my information about today, Kwame Nkrumah. Number two. Day na JB Dankwa asset. Also, say onya information obi wa Kwame Nkrumah by him. This one I don't know, but I believe to be Bawumia's father.
Wait.
Minim, but I am sure Majedi said Bawumia papa. Cause on na kote to Ekodi Mahama papa hon konkonsa. Iye Mahama. If you don't know, I'm telling you today. Huh? Sir, forward march no ho. What kind of book now? Me do nyame. Obaya nyame bi okruma ha. Hemi me wabotre pa o. Kama de yenye. So, obi wa Kwame Nkrumah by anymore. Oya regional minister. And indeed, Bawumia's father was a regional minister. Mahama's father was a regional minister. When they did Mahama papa hon konkonsa, did Kwame Nkrumah hon konkonsa. It was Bawumia's father. So if the person is a regional minister, I am not saying it's him, but what the two huna ye, what the bia huna ye afataro hon. What you say about me, papa?
Wait.
And see what happened. I want to give information. Okay, so oya seta, and then the told me and say all the chiefs are and what Ghana, we support Kwame Nkrumah. On no na information about the chiefs. So producer ba anka onfa JB Dankwa letter now or Troy, JB Dankwa stated in that letter say he went to Kumasi for a project also for a response. Producer ba onfa JB Dankwa letter into that will confirm. Say that JB Dankwa ko hia Asante ehene ni Asante for hon konkonsa edmesi JB Dankwa stated that in a letter he wrote to the King of England. I'm sorry.
Bibini and Nipao.
I'm sorry. Pacho, letter. Jabi Dankwa na Troyo. It's a quiet and now you can suit themselves and Jabi Dankwa din konkonsa America. It's a wo or jeha. I can nobody can dilute the history of this country. And in America for him say, JB Dankwa, Oma, womo pay information. Say na JB so, or the big UK ka. Producer Benya letter na mami. Oh, producer so do sharp say. About to say here, JB Dankwa stated so kwaya ade okuma se okwaje den. Uko si hina na so ko tu hini. JB Dankwa wonya galam say. Oh, yaso ya lawyer. No, quite the one troll let them so could assemble or court. Said your situation. Sardian will let them reach out, say, or pick information. And don't forget, hey, may catch away in your tribal politics, history, na may catch all. What exists between the Chims and Ashantis? No, free what that. Because you are saying. You are as I tell you, be anyone, or better, Jum. I can never be a onim about them. Okay. But that dream would dream. That dream, I will dream. Where dear, we must ask him about better. I said, I feel do, baby. No, not go more my henny. And an assante my henny in the ball. Asante in the ball.
He is unique. He is the best.
And then Asante in his side. I am putting now.
Captain Smart.
Na fe na go mo ma hene ena no ne bo no ne asere ma hene na ekọ wo de be kan no ho asem da kro ma men kan je bi da kwa asem na greedy baby na kuma ase no wo no che letter ni he wrote this letter 10th October 1951 me twehwe last paragraph no ti asema je bi da kwa kai letter we je bi da kwa na Troy o nyame nam Troy Pacho nyame nam Troy. Openi bia friend HK Achampon. Ono ena compile here show books. Ena sa letter we copy him. Though me will copy there, but I picked this one from HK Achampon. Said abe yamba wajin say we Captain Smart document. Wo ko kan openi a your friend HK Achampon Journey to Independence and After Volume 2. Or tried from 1949 to 1951, and as I let away, and then David Dankwa Troy. See the last paragraph, making waste too time. Or say I had to be away in Kumasi for a long period. Or what did Akwaji David and Kwakwaji there Kumasi. I had to be away in Kumasi for a long period last month, and I am just now clearing up a pile of work. Let away no Otokwahi London. You hear say? Now letter no try no. Title of the two letters so Abraham Winim and Nkrumah and his tricks.
Winim red.
Mami came out. Every other customer bought trim na make a wom. I exceedingly regret delay in replying to your two letters. That man, no wonder Napo, some Kwame Nkrumah no. That man, Kwame Nkrumah, who is now leader of government business, has started his tricks again. Let's the title and that's okay. Nkrumah and his tricks. Jamie dan kwale Troy. Enti Mahoney nya information no say oh Jamie come. Matthias yes sir. What church said that we a CIA asset. We didn't know.
What do you mean yeah dear you careful. I'm too more than pa.
Enti Kwame Nkrumah Adam for now no so Adam for pa ne Mahoney no. I find a right no. And Mahoney born a man say in my life didn't that. Sa letter na Mahoney come right no. Kwame Nkrumah publishing a copy. So now that will confirm to you say CIA for him say you can't send me a Mahoney pa Kwame Nkrumah bete. Nti aye and a letter Mahoney trauma right the Kwame Nkrumah nya copy.
What do you mean yeah dear you careful. I'm too more than pa.
So Kwame Nkrumah published that letter in his book March Forward. Eti right so catch Mahoney say now I can tell you why a CIA for M1 because you are closer to me. I am closer to Nkrumah. As a result, you got closer to Kwame. So they know that the triangle would expose the CIA. That is why Kwame Nkrumah said that joining the triangle became one of my greatest burdens.
What do you mean?
The triangle was him, Kwame Nkrumah, Mahoney, and Wright.
What do you mean? Yeah, dear, you careful. I'm too more than pa.
Mesra Ghana for more political science, no, and more history, no, say, more research. Your Excellency John Dramani Mahama, with all respect to you, you know I like you and you know I love you. My University of Ghana History Department, Niska, no more research about the history of this country. We cannot just be saying it lip service. Say, no. These things must be documented so that years to come, people will come to appreciate the fact that JB Dankwano is concerning. He had no role he played in the independence of this country. Everybody will know Sabaumia Papano is concerning. He played no role in the independence of this country. And he afraid no catch and say, but JB, I have met you before. Let me say this. That was not the very first time JB Dankwa because share Mahoney. No, I share Mahoney 3 times already. So that was the 4th time JB Dankwa share Mahoney. All these are documented, date and time. I don't know one country me da. It is a what kind Mahoney? Or short book will be read fit title no. And yeah, what 2 books? JFK, Ordeal in Africa, and one other book I've forgotten at Dakar. Oh, about 8.
Hey, are you seriously?
JB Dankwa said, "Can I confide in you?" And I'll say yes. Or say I was told not to let you know. I was told not to let you know. So JB Dankwa, one person, was Didi Kwame Nkrumah Hong Kong to UK. The same person Didi Kwame Nkrumah in Ghana and Hong Kong 2. So watch this. Nkrumah woman SCS related to JB Dankwa Idano. OBOD finance minister, OBOD president be anywhere. Obo man. Now watch Kenoforata Papa. Odi finance minister then oye. Sheme ade ba ko pe. Because they had always remained informants to the United States. Eti granted in quote. Sakufa no said they were funny JB Dankwa. Oshia America for pepepe. Ghana a useless country. Okay, can some sa. Obeje sika gunu botom. Hwe de wa danado kasa.
To
To the Americans. To French. To the other countries. Look at the way he speaks. Only time to talk about Ghana. Because a trait. Nipa osuano no sana ne suba nte. Adano mame Faustina Johnson or say on one was Captain Smart who did that one no Russian. Nipa no Russian go ho obehwe ahoro badama. Look, listen. And then I didn't twat it. Say no tio. Afa ma min kan check abi o kire da ko. Why America decided to stop paying your so-called unanano JB Dankwa no?
Wani.
Say Mahoney enyate. Say na JB Dankwa ye CIA asset wo Ghana dia. Definitely right Betty. Say right it here. Kwame Nkrumah Betty. Enti JB Dankwa wada pay daddy. Ye ntia aka bi.
Wait.
Ewe ni nani? Ena yentua ne kabim. Ebia na gabi nim de yentua yentua ne kabim. Me say I'm looking for a challenger. Me po bia we si obo. Si obo ya mayen open space across Sports Stadium. Ya fele ho. Ya mienu ya timfinfin. What kind of way you document now the ato? Me so me kan na you document now the ato. Na member travel me keka there. What do you say? Ntro na person o twakere no. Eh, me ya Ghana mempani Professor Dubois books yen hye no. Dr. Finn books yen hye no. Aaron Michael books yen hye no. By a big boy chef media to so the liars of our time. Let's have books ni go. Na ukwana ukohu chef na ya title the liars of our time. No one will say I'm referring to Professor Dubois, Professor Finn, Professor Aaron Michael. These guys are liars. Hey, everything they wrote are nothing but lies. And lies upon lies. So finally for today, as I indicated earlier, I'll book an appointment to meet Asen Mahine to discuss one or two things. Now, Mahine, Wadarma, ma send invitation through your Apesemakahine.
Sure.
Say Wadarma, need you kwanso, bu kwanso.
Sure.
Me pese Michelle.
Sure.
Na and somebody be wa. Never be a course of fete penny, ni fete kakraba.
Sure.
A friend fete kese ne fete kakraba. Any Bakumi you be about Nkrumah and the history of Gumua.
Sure.
I want to meet you before. I don't want to talk about it now. Sabe we know
Smart, the king of morning shows.
Na ubie kwan ni mumamia.
Sure.
And then we'll take it from there.
And
then number 2, I promise you say the Bluku BLUKU. Na Kwame Nkrumah friend commander.
Sure.
It's a JB Tikani. Ne mani mi enu su jira me nchen. Yadi phone Ibrahim 7 in Kasana Mitsemo commander say who told you that name? Who told you that title?
The king of morning shows.
Na Kwame Nkrumah friend commander. We'll bring him here.
He is smart.
Certain things are on be open up. Yeria meko nkrofo akofa akokora bi so aba.
Sure.
I interviewed Bafa Koto. Time my first 6th match I will take.
Captain Smart.
The co-tech we go interview Bafa Koto.
Of morning shows.
Former Agric Minister, ne papa, a very fantastic. Bafa Koto wa big Everadi Yankopon. Bafa Koto wa bio. Wa befia papa no wa bin. No wonder say no ya something in chame. And at his age that time, he never forgot any statement, any word, whatever somebody wrote, whatever somebody said. Nana Poku, I don't know yet, Otek FM radio manager. And I arranged some meeting and I said, Yanko interview about my 10 then. And this was around 2002. I remember very well. It was in 2002, set match. I went to interview Bafa Koto on the 5th of March. And that interview was played on the 6th of March. 7th April, I'm calling my voice to say Rollins and Kasa and Anako said my 2 car about taken. Okasa Rollins Saba. Rollins is my name, yeah. If I don't change. There's another old man, I'll bring him here. So that Ghana for your history, don't say the city, say, and conform fees for me and cratch for, or my dialogue to Nina.
He is smart. He is unique. He is the best.